dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. Down in Harlan, it's Burger Week, and it's set to kick off this week after a successful Dessert Week in the spring. WMT's RJ Johnson has more on why some folks are excited to participate.
It's an exciting time as Harlan's Burger Week kicks off on Monday. Harlan Tourist and Convention Commission Executive Director Brandon Pennington says this is a great way to bring people to the city in hopes of visiting other attractions they have to offer.
When people come in to try the burgers during Burger Week, we hope that they take time to come and visit downtown as well, to go out to our different shops, our restaurants, of course, visit our attractions. You know, we do have the highest, fastest, longest zip line in Kentucky. We have an off-road park.
He says he hopes this goes well so they can grow this week-long event in the future.
My hopes for Burger Week is that not only do we have a great turnout for it, that we give out all the passports, all the t-shirts, of course, given out, but I hope that it gives people the opportunity to come down, they have a really good time, and then the event continues to grow, that we get more restaurants involved in it.
One of the restaurants participating is the Harlan County Beer Company. Manager Heather Hughes says while Dessert Week was exciting, she is looking forward to Burger Week.
We're really excited about Burger Week. We participated in Dessert Week, and that was fun, and it was great with the community, bring everyone out. So Burger Week's going to be interesting.
In the meantime, Pennington says to stop by the Harlan Center, pick up your Burger Week passport, and enjoy all they have to offer. In Harlan, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
There are a total of 9 restaurants and stores participating. The winner will receive a burger trophy from Harlan Tourism. Head over to our website for some more information. Natural Bridge State Park isn't just for hiking and outdoor activities. Today was the second day of the Natural Bridge Artisan Festival, and there were over 40+ vendors and food options for people to check out, along with local music as well. Ethan Moore, General Manager of WSKV Radio, says the festival has been able to relocate post-COVID, and there has been an increase in vendors wanting to participate.
Give an opportunity for this particular festival to recreate itself. We actually used to have kind of a different venue within the park, and then after COVID restriction landed, that actually caused us to have to look outside of the park because of the COVID restrictions. So we landed here at Natural Bridge Campground, I guess 2 years ago.
Festival continues tomorrow from 10 to 7 at Natural Bridge Campground over in Slade. A well-known camp located in Harlan County is looking for community support to help raise money for the camp. Camp Blanton originally started in 1933, and the property was donated to Boy Scouts of Harlan County by Grover and Oxy Blanton. The Camp Blanton Trust formed in the 80s and opened the camp to everyone. Vice Chairman of the board, David Howard, says it's extensive to keep the camp in good shape.
We have a lot of expense here, so it takes a lot of money to maintain a camp like this and keep it looking this good and keeping it this beautiful. So that's part of the reason we started this fundraising drive, is to try to raise some money to help maintain the camp. So
Howard says it takes between $45,000 to $55,000 a year to maintain the camp. We'll have more on Camp Blanton and the efforts to raise money for it tonight at 11.
Well, the big story as we close out your weekend, the heat is here, and it's here to stay into the upcoming work week as well. Let's take a look across the mountains right now from London to Hazard to Pikeville. The big story, plenty of sunshine, also some warm temperatures as well. Upper 80s for most of us, but once you factor in that dew point, feels like the upper 80s and lower 90s across the mountains into this evening. Current temperatures, again, upper 80s and lower 90s. 91 for Irvin, 87 in Jackson, also Harlan, and 90 over in Pulaski County in Somerset. Up on the radar, we are dry, all thanks to high pressure that is parked on top of the region, and that will continue as we go into tonight, also for much of the week ahead. So that means low rain chances, plenty of sunshine, but also some above average temperatures. We should be in the middle 80s. We top out in the middle to lower 90s for much of this week. Into tonight, we stay dry under that clear sky. Those overnight lows falling into the upper 60s and lower 70s, but again, more heat on the way by Monday. Those details coming up in just a few minutes. Keaton?
All right, thank you, Cameron. The building that was once Treehouse Cafe on Main Street here in Hazard is being replaced by a sports bar. The new owner of the building is Jeff Norman, owner of JLN Properties. He said that it can be ready in as little as 6 weeks. The plan for the space is for it to be a sports bar on the ground level and a business lounge area for meetings and overflow from the bar upstairs. Norman said the building will also have 12 available apartments. He said that he also plans to partner with companies like Shenanigans for lunch services between 11 and 4 p.m. The city of Lexington gained several thousand new residents during UK's Big Blue move-in last week. Now all of those students will start classes this week. Samantha Valentino has the story from UK's campus.
30,000 University of Kentucky students are preparing for their first day of classes tomorrow. Students just finished moving into the university's 19 residence halls on Wednesday. Among those moving in were nearly 7,000 new students. Now the incoming class in fall of 2022 broke the record for the largest incoming class. But school officials say this year's freshman class has broken that record again. That large class is made up of a lot of eager freshmen, including Lily Miles.
I'm really looking forward to being able to start classes. I'm really excited for my physics class and stuff. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited to start college. I loved high school and I just really love learning.
Miles and her friend Grace E. are spending their Sunday walking the route of their classes to make sure they're prepared for tomorrow.
I mean, my classes are technically at a reasonable time, but I didn't really notice it until I looked at it a couple of days ago. I have one class that's 10 minutes apart from the others, and then it's actually an 18-minute walk. So I don't know how I'm doing that yet, but we're figuring it out.
In past years, students used physical ID cards to scan into buildings or pay for meals with their Flex dollars. This year, students will be able to access those IDs on their phones. In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
UK Police Chief Joe Monroe says the move to digital IDs will be more convenient for students and help keep everyone a little more safe. The Henry Clay Memorial Foundation says they are revising their mission to acknowledge Clay's legacy from many perspectives, including the institution of slavery. Yesterday, the foundation held a Black History event at Ashland. They say that event, even though it can be difficult, they want to make sure Black history is told. A team within the Fayette County Clerk's office has been working to digitize records of enslaved people in the county dating back to the 1700s. Rodney Prialou with the Slave Dwelling Project gave insight on what it's like to run the Henry Clay estate. He says when people visit, they need to understand the history behind the beauty.
You don't know your past, it's hard to get to your destiny of your future.
The event yesterday also featured genealogy and historical research assistants, helping some visitors find enslaved ancestors using those digitized records. Coming up at 6, a new COVID strain has hit parts of the U.S. What you need to know about the new strain next.
Plus, the summer sizzle continues into the new work week. Your full forecast coming up after this break.